What's up everybody, JB Tech Fanatic back again with another video. As always, I want to start this video by thanking each of you for joining me. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do that now down below. Of course, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And if you want to know when the latest content is available, don't forget to click the notifications to on. If you have followed my channel, you probably know by now that I have a deep passion or love for electronics, appliances, and then vacuums. Vacuums is a weird one for me. I've always loved getting brand new vacuums ever since I was younger. Something about taking them out and they're all fresh and clean. Some vacuums last a long time, some obviously don't, but usually they get dirty and kind of ugly. Now, there's two kinds of stick vacuums. There is corded and battery operated. I believe through the years, companies each year have tried to expand and make their battery-operated stick vacs a better option for the consumer. Better battery life, more suction power, and versatility. Now, Samsung has introduced the brand new Bespoke Jet. This is their most powerful stick vac to date. It also focuses on beauty and versatility. Beauty meaning it's not meant necessarily to be put in a closet. They want you to put it out, to be seen, and hopefully they're hoping that you like the way it looks enough so to do that. So today we're going to unbox this, take a look at each piece, do some performance testing, and hopefully by the end of this video, you can make an educated choice if it's worth your hard-earned money.
Before we open up the box, we're going to go ahead and read the outside so we can go over all the specifications. Here we have the latest Samsung Bespoke Jet cordless vacuum cleaner. First, we have the CleanStation, a beyond the floor clean. CleanStation uses air pulse technologies to empty your dustbin while preventing 99.99% of fine dust from going back into the air. It also features an LCD digital display, quick and easily check your information, your power level, yada yada, great to have. It also comes with an accessory cradle. Now this cradle is easy to carry around and you can carry around all the stuff you need to get the job done. Also, don't worry, we're going to look at all of this up close. We also have the Jet Dual Brush. No more switching brush rolls mid-clean. The Jet Dual Brush is optimized to clean a variety of floor surfaces from carpet to hard floors to tile. It gets the job done, is what it says. All right, so we have the multi-layered filtration system. We have our fine dust filter, washable micro filter, jet cyclone, metal mesh grill filter, and the main cyclone. This also uses a digital inverter motor. This says it creates strong suction power up to 210 W. Next, we have the lightweight design. This makes it easy to clean your blinds, anything up high, which is nice. And then of course, it's an easy to clean dustbin bin. You can see that you can basically wash all of those parts there. Quickly just going through the box. First level, we got our batteries, user manual, power plug. We have one of the main arms to the vacuum and then the vacuum itself. Next level, we have most of the accessories, including the main brush. Keep on going to the very bottom. This is where you will find the largest piece, which is the CleanStation. And then of course, the caddy is right next to it. So let's go ahead, pull this all out and get it set up. I'm going to show you a close-up look at each attachment and accessory. So now we're looking at the entire dock system. At the bottom, you can see sort of the vent holes for the motor. This is really easy to empty out. These simply just clip on and clip off. Now I still have the plastic on some of this one, but as you can see, you take that piece off and you're greeted by the door. Now they give you a 3-pack in the box. These are disposable. These are much like the old vacuum cleaner bags. They fill up with dust and debris and eventually you need to toss them and replace them. So you get 3 here and then there's 1 inside. To get inside, you simply want to just pull up and then you can see that it's there. To take this out, it's really easy. You just pull. It comes out. Real easy to put back in. There's just little divots slot there that it feeds right into. Once that's put back into place, you simply just lock this down and then put the hard casing back on. All right, so now we're looking at the back top. This is where it charges. You see these little contacts here, and then where the bin empties its debris. A little bit better look for you there. So basically this will open up the bottom of your dustbin and then it will suck it into that bag. Now we're going to take a look at the accessories that are included with your new Bespoke vacuum. This is the Jet Dual Brush, and this would be considered the main brush. This is good for hard floors and carpet, everything in between. First thing I want to point out is I love that they put this, it's a very sturdy piece of rubber. This will prevent damage, of course, from your vacuum, but more importantly, your furniture. Also, if you get anything caught in your brush or you just want to clean it, Samsung has made it really easy to do so. You would simply just grab here where this button is, push in and pull the whole cylinder out. You could take scissors and cut out anything that's tangled in, and you know how it goes, just keep it up and running smoothly. We are now looking at the bottom side, and you can see why it's called the dual brush. First brush we have here is the soft brush. If you own the VS90 like I do, you know that Samsung actually had one brush on that model. It was this one here, but much larger. I like the addition of two for several reasons. One, if you are vacuuming up something like cereal, typically vacuums will just spit it out the side. This soft brush being first really helps it get into the main brush and be sucked up off the floor instead of spit out all over the kitchen. The second thing is it just leaves sort of that buffed look to, as an example, laminate or tile. It gets all that fine layer dust off the surface. And then your main brush really helps for those of you that have rooms with carpet and hard floors. So it gives you the best of both worlds. Also, Samsung made the wheel on the bottom bigger. Definitely make sure that this stays hair-free. But on my model, the VS90, it was a much smaller wheel and it got plugged up a lot easier. So I like that they made these fine changes here. And please take a note, if you want to clean this bottom brush, simply pull on that blue lever there and it's easy to change out and clean up and put back in. I do want to point something out on the Jet brush. This top brush is actually not a powered brush. This is to soften the blow of hard things like cereal or popcorn. That way it actually gets sucked up and sucked into the brush. When you're removing anything to clean it out, it's separate, right? You got the big brush here, it has the button on the back side. See if I can push this in for you and show you. And this whole thing just pulls out and you can clean it. But this actually has nothing to do with it. This little clamp is kind of hard to pull up at first. You can use a little flathead screwdriver, but you'll see the little divot there for you to kind of put your nail under and pop it open. So I sort of worked my way up here, but the actual piece that flips back is here. And once that's pulled back, this comes out. You want to make sure that nothing is tangled in this. You want this running freely. And as you push, this will actually work by your motion, thus helping the whole thing just work better. Next, we have the pet tool. Now, this is a motorized pet tool. What that means is it's not simply relying on the suction from the vacuum to spin, thus helps pick up pet hair better, and then also doesn't keep stopping when you get into maybe a little bit rougher patch. Looking at the back side, you can see high quality material. You have sort of that rubber, and you have this, it's actually like a rough surface, but what it does is it really helps comb out that pet hair from your furniture or carpet. Next attachment is a must-have. If you would be me, I like to use this for fans and blinds. You have a nice brush on top. This brush slides up and down, real easy to use and connect. Also, you get this sort of extension tool. Press this button in and you can bend this down or up. So this is great to attach before you do your blinds and or your fans. We have this simple crevice tool, always comes in handy. Then of course we have our batteries. Again, you get 2 of them. They're a good weight, not too heavy, not too light, but they definitely don't add a lot of bulk to your vacuum. That's nice. So now we're taking a look at the main vacuum unit. Now this is where all of the suction and power are coming from. First, you can see that we have Samsung branding right on the front in that beautiful golden white. You can see that your lock and unlock switch to release your dustbin is right here, easy to use. We also have an LCD screen here, power on and off, power up and down. Once you pop off that dustbin, you can see the little motor area and the fan. Then of course where the input comes from all the debris that's sucked up. And then this little slot here is how your dustbin locks into place. Now, where your dustbin locks is actually been upgraded, much bigger than mine on my VS90. You can see this little black square goes into here. And the reason why I say it's upgraded is my old one actually broke off. It was just a small piece of plastic. This one hopefully will last much longer, and then you can see the input area of your dustbin. On top of your dustbin, you have an easily removable filter that can be basically rinsed and washed. Then you can see inside. Next, by simply pressing on the lock button and twisting, you can take out that filter, go ahead and dump out any debris, and then of course wash if needed. Now, this does have a mechanism that we'll look at in a moment that basically empties it for you, but every now and then pop this out and definitely give it a good clean. Quick look down inside there also. Also a look at the side. See, it says digital inverter here. Then of course here's where you're going to connect everything to. First thing we got to do is put our battery in. Real easy to do. Slides, make sure it locks into place. Now we are sort of greeted with our setup menu. This does support multiple languages, which is pretty cool. I speak English, so hold plus for 3 seconds. 1, counts it down for you. Now language is set and it is now ready to use. Now filter not inserted. You want to make sure that everything is nice and snug into place. But what I wanted you to see here is that it gives you warnings when something needs to be done. So I love this screen and that it tells us everything right here. So what we need to do is we're going to pop this off by pressing the button. And we're going to get the filter, the blue filter. So I got the filter. Go ahead and make sure that's down into place. Now we're going to lock this on. Gotta do it the right way. Now we're ready to go. So now we're taking a look at the indicator when it's on the charging dock. Here we have the power level telling us that it's charging. Up at the top here, you can see the indicator light on top of the battery. Then of course we have our plus and minus power buttons and our on and off. To connect the accessory, you will notice we sort of have these clear plastic ends. I highly recommend not using the vacuum without an accessory attached. This will eventually get beat up, and honestly, if you broke it off, you would not be able to connect any of your accessories. But what you want to look for is there's 3 little pinholes here. See if I can get that better. Those 3 little holes at the top there are where you're going to plug your accessory in. So now we got the main brush here. Now this is the bigger brush, the jet dual brush. See those pins I was talking about? All you're going to do is just snap it into place. Just listen for the snap. Now you can see that we're connected here, and then you got the ability to move the neck around. Now of course this is adjustable. Simply going to use this here to pull up, and then you've made it longer. Put it back down. Nice and easy.
Also, if let's just say you want to vacuum your car out and you don't want this long stick here, disconnect from the top, simply press in and pull up, comes apart. Now, the reason why I'm showing you such a simple thing is you can actually take your accessories and hook them right up to the base. Now you have sort of a mini vac that's great for doing stairs, cars, blinds, all kinds of different stuff. All right, so we're gonna do sort of a noise test, but also I'm gonna show you the dock. Here is your start-stop button. I press it. All right, so what is great about that is it actually fluctuates the suction power. And what that does is it sort of spins inside of the dust cup, getting out all that extra debris out of your filters. Also, once you put it in this and you use the dock, the bottom of the bin will be open. You need to lock that in place when you're finished. Now, this is only gonna happen if you hit start and it drains out your dust bin. You see now, it's open, just shut it, and you're ready to go. All right, let's see what kind of performance this thing has. I'm gonna start off with the lowest setting. As you can see, I put some popcorn and some crunched up chips in the carpet here. Now this is a thicker carpet. I know it doesn't look like it on camera, but this is a pretty normal occurrence in my home as I have kids. So we're gonna start it on minimum power. So on minimum power, it did a great job. As you could see, I went up and back and it pretty much cleaned up everything. Let's go to the next. That's mid power. Another great job. It even broke up the big popcorn and sucked it up. Let's try the next suction power. That's max. We're going to set this to the higher power, or the highest power, excuse me. That will be the jet setting. I laid some more chips out. We're just gonna vacuum up this whole area. Now this is gonna use the most battery life. Mid, max, jet. Hopefully you can see it. I know the light's shining on it. Also, you can see the time remaining. Just so you can see it there. It's counting down. All right, put some more debris in the carpet. We're gonna go ahead and use the pet tool. That's one swipe on mid, going to max. That's one swipe on max, going to jet. Now we're gonna go down to the lowest minimum setting. And as you can see, tons of time left. 42 minutes, 17 seconds. So this makes an excellent tool. You could see the power. It really didn't matter which setting I had it on. Sucked it up with one swipe. Very useful, very impressed. This little thing can really do some great cleaning, and I really like it, to be honest with you. Now that we have debris in our dust cup, I thought I would let you see the base clean it out.
Just watch for the debris spinning around. Here we go. That didn't show up on camera as well as I hoped, but first thing it did was actually dump all the big debris into the canister, and then it started its cycle, which is pretty smart. Now you can see inside right after we did a cleaning of our vacuum, if there's any leftover, you can actually press the start stop button without your vacuum on and watch it suck the rest out. You could see that little piece moving up and down. Tons of suction. Then it's finished. I don't have any fancy equipment to do this, but this is always a fun test if you would. Now it's going to say it's clogged pretty quickly, but what I'm going to see is if it can pick up. This is, you know, nothing real heavy, maybe a couple pounds. It's an RGB strip, but the real thick kind. So we're going to go ahead and try to pick it up starting on min, or minimum. No pickup. We're now on mid. No pickup. Max. So we know max picks it up. And then we're going to go to jet. Now the reason why I'm putting it right back down is it thinks it's plugged because I'm plugging the whole surface. But from max to jet, it picks it up with ease and it shows you the difference in power that you get. So now it's time for my honest review. First, let's talk about the look. Samsung wants us to put this out in the open, right? They're telling us this should be seen, not hid. I honestly think that Samsung did a great job designing this. Obviously, it comes in several different color options. I love the white and gold. It's just very classy. And then, of course, white is very in style in your home. So likely for it to blend in or match something is probably pretty likely, right? I also love the streamline ability, so you kind of have your vacuum hanging. So at the same time, it has its CleanStation right beneath. It hides the main part of the vacuum in the back. And really all you can see is the brush. But if you don't even want the brush to be seen, simply take the brush off and you just have this clean looking base. I like that they put that Samsung branding and logo. People know it's premium just by looking at it, right? Next thing, let's start with battery life. Now this is something that can always get better. But what Samsung has done is several things. One, they gave us 2 batteries, which to me is so important. You know, I bought my VS90, I had 1 battery, you had to wait for it to charge. This one you got 2. So if you don't get enough out of 1 battery, simply pop in the new one and you're ready to go. So also you could charge the device when it's hanging, and the accessory here can charge the battery for you also. Now, it's a caddy. I don't know why I called it an accessory, sorry. But the ability to charge an extra battery on this caddy is awesome, because when you just unplug this and you're carrying it around with you and you know, using your tools, battery's gone, you already have the next battery with you, pop it back and keep on cleaning. And you know, this is of course going to be important for 2-story homes or large homes that you wouldn't want to necessarily go all the way back and get that battery. Now, while I have this caddy, I love this. It's just a cool piece, right? I mean, it lets you put all your accessories here. It's got an easy carrying handle. It's got the charger on it, of course. It's lightweight, and honestly, it's pretty nice. So this is another bonus added to Samsung, you know, feather in their cap for doing this for us also. Next, suction power. Now this is something I have tried many vacuums, many stick vacuums,
Most of them just don't cut it when it comes to suction. Samsung allows us to go from the lowest power possible with the best battery life to the highest power you could possibly go with the stick vac. And it counts down for you so you know exactly how much time you have until it's dead. How cool is that? So it's not like you're just going to be vacuuming and it's going to die. You will know when it's going to die. The next thing I like is you keep full power up until it dies. You don't have it on jet and it starts to wind down, go slower, and then dies. Tells you, counts down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. But you get a full use of that battery. Another feather in Samsung's cap. Next, the accessories that are included. Now, when I think of accessories, I mean, there's all kinds of different accessories, but I love the fact that they give us the powered pet tool. So it's got that extra motor, if you would, so it's not just using the suction power to spin that wheel. That is something that comes with this vacuum. Typically, this is an added-on item. I've purchased some other brands. It cost me $100 just for that. And I liked also the fact that all of my VS90 accessories, I want to make a note here, except the battery, okay? But all the accessories, the tools, the soft brush, all work with this vacuum. So if you're upgrading, you could keep all those accessories, sell, give away your old one, whatever you want to do. Overall, everything is on point. I like that the charging base has a built-in cable, so that's all ready to go. It's easy to get inside. It just simply pops off. You can, change your bag out. Now I'm going to say the one thing that I don't like. And again, this might bother you or not, that we have to replace these and purchase them eventually. Now, having said that, one bag, honestly, it's probably going to last you quite a long time, maybe even 2-3 months, depending on how much you use this. Now, if you're trying to do your whole house with both vacuums, probably not. But that is something that you're going to have an added expense. But if you want to cut that down, the trick is don't always use the emptying base. If you got a real full cup dustbin, it pops off easily, dump it in the trash, save yourself a bag. But I do wish that they made this bagless. That's just kind of a little gripe. Now, overall, it's easy to use. It's beautiful. I love the LCD screen. Tells you what power you're using, again, and the time left on the battery. I like the fact that you have everything that you need with it. So I'm going to say that this is a product that I highly recommend. I think you will enjoy it. I think it will be worth it. Now, it's not cheap. That's always going to be a gripe, right? Depending on what's on sale, it's going to up to $800. That's not inexpensive. If I were you, I would recommend buying an extended warranty. So just to make sure that you get all the life out of it that you possibly can. But other than the bags and the price being kind of high, honestly, this is an awesome vacuum. And I think you should check it out. That pretty much wraps up my review on the all-new Bespoke Jet by Samsung. Now, if you are in the market for a premium product that does a great job cleaning your floors, great battery life for the amount of power, ease of use, comes with everything you need, definitely check out this product. It really is, in my opinion, a game changer when it comes to the stick vacs. As always, I'd like to slow things down and remind you life is so short. Don't forget to love your family, love your neighbors. The world is a mess right now, and the only people that can change it is you and I. Go out today and do a small act of kindness for someone. It is amazing that the smallest act of kindness can make such a difference in the world. Thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to remind you, I do YouTube for you and you only. If you need me, come follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, at JB Tech Fanatic. But the best way to get in contact with me is in the comment sections. I will try to answer any questions that you might have that I missed in this video or about other products that I reviewed. Thank you so much. I hope you all stay safe. I can't wait to see you in the next video and talk to you in the comments section. So until then, I'm JB Tech Fanatic and I'm out. Peace.